They just showed your photo to a seer, and the reaction left everyone. My child, listen carefully. They just showed your photo to a seer, and the reaction left everyone in the room breathless, suspended between silence and fear. A chill swept through the space, like the wind of ancient memory awakening something forgotten, buried deep in the folds of spiritual consequence. No one spoke. No one blinked. The seer's eyes turned red, and a hand rose to their mouth as if to suppress a scream. What they saw in your image was so piercing, so loud in its silence, that it vibrated through the spiritual realm like a bell tolling from heaven's gate. This is not ordinary. This is not coincidence. The moment your face reached that sacred vision, the seer turned away trembling, whispering something that only the angels could hear. They said, this one was chosen. But they don't know yet. They are walking with a light wrapped in confusion. Someone is trying to hide them from themselves. You have been walking in fog. You have felt that your dreams fall down before they fully rise. You have felt eyes on you, haven't you? Unseen eyes watching, calculating, measuring your steps. That sensation is not paranoia, it is a truth from realms beyond what your eyes can behold. You are not imagining this. What was activated when they showed your image to the seer was a secret long buried, long concealed from even your own spirit's understanding. But it has now risen, and this message is for you. You have felt resistance when you try to rise. You have tasted almost success, only to find yourself pushed backward by hands you cannot see. This is not random. They are trying to lock you into delay, to wear you down through time because they know your timeline is precious. You were not born to be delayed. You were not created for confusion. You were assigned an early rising. That's why the resistance feels so fierce, it's because you are a time-sensitive miracle. The reaction of the seer is now echoing in other places. Doors you thought were closed are stirring with movement. Spirits you thought had forgotten you are now watching again, waiting to see if you will step into who you truly are. But be warned, they also saw what the seer saw. The ones who never wanted you to know what lies inside you, the ones who have benefited from your silence, your low place, your slowness to believe in yourself, they are now restless. They are now panicking. They know that once you awaken, everything in their plan collapses. Someone close to you knows what's happening but hasn't told you. They were in the room when your photo was shown. They saw the reaction. They heard the seer say, this person's light has been tampered with. Someone is praying against them daily. Yes, child, someone is praying against you, not with candles and blessings, but with manipulation and deceit. And the worst part is, you have trusted this person before. You let them into the private places of your soul, thinking they were safe. But they took what you shared and used it to build strategies against your ascent. This is not to scare you, this is to wake you. You must understand that there is still time to reverse what has been sent against you. The moment your photo was shown, the seer also whispered one final thing: if they walk in truth now, the curse will fall back. If they open their eyes in the next few days, all of this can be undone. That is why you are reading this. This is your turning point, your warning, your invitation. You were not meant to spend your life trying to prove your worth to people who only value you when you are low. You were not meant to keep surviving on crumbs when heaven wrote your name into inheritance. That's why lately you felt a holy unrest. That's why sleep doesn't feel like rest. That's why your heart has been heavy even in silence. It's not depression, it's discernment. Your spirit is screaming what your mind hasn't yet caught up with. You are not where you belong. And still, someone keeps trying to keep you stuck. They feed you false peace. They smile when they're with you, but behind closed doors, they speak curses into the wind, hoping they will land on your progress. But here is the mystery they never understood: you have been marked. Not by man, not by title, but by purpose. There is a mark on your soul that cannot be erased. Even the seer couldn't look at your photo for too long. They said, this one has been hidden in plain sight. They are a well of living waters. The darkness around them is not in them, it's surrounding them to suffocate the light. But the light cannot die. It is only waiting to be called forth. Your time of being surrounded is over. But you must take the step. You must speak the words. You must say no more. You must break the agreement with the people, habits, and thoughts that have kept your light confined. Because whether you realize it or not, you've been in agreement with delay, with smallness, with survival. But you are not called to survive, you are called to blaze. The seer also said, tell them to watch the one with the gentle voice but the hidden knife. Tell them that person is not who they pretend to be. You know who it is. Don't pretend you don't. You've had dreams. You've felt uneasy. You've made excuses. But your spirit never lies. That person is not for you. They are draining you and pretending to be a helper. Every time you share your plans, something goes wrong. Every time you invite them into your inner circle, something breaks. My child, listen carefully. The season of pretending not to know what you know is over. And then came another moment. As the seer closed their eyes, they whispered a prophecy. There will be a breakthrough in the form of betrayal. Someone will hurt you, and that pain will be the final blow that opens your spiritual eyes forever. It will not destroy you, it will free you. But it will hurt. Brace yourself. There is something about to be revealed, a message, a conversation, an accidental leak. You will hear something not meant for your ears, and it will clarify everything. Don't cry when it happens, rejoice, because what is being exposed is what has been blocking you. Sometimes betrayal is the loudest confirmation of truth. The spiritual realm has already begun shifting. The angel assigned to you is preparing the scrolls. The chains that were placed around your influence are cracking. The words spoken against you in secret will return to their source. And you will rise, but only if you obey. Only if you decide that your life matters more than their approval. You were never meant to be small. That's why you've never been able to fit into their mold. That's why you've always been misunderstood. You are not too much, you are simply not for everyone. And that is your power. The moment you stop trying to belong to places that are beneath your calling, the sky will split open with favor. There's still more. The seer said they have 1 month to realign, or the delay will extend. This is not about punishment, this is about readiness. What's coming next requires space, and you are too full of unworthy attachments. Let them go. Let it break. Let it be awkward. Let it be silent, but let it happen. The people who are meant to walk with you in this next chapter will find you in the wilderness. They will recognize your spirit, not your image. They will not compete with you, they will cover you. But the counterfeit must be removed first. Now listen to this, there is something hidden in your bloodline, a spiritual inheritance that was stolen before you were born. Someone took what was meant for your lineage and buried it under rituals, silence, and secrecy. But the moment your photo was shown, a gate cracked. And that inheritance is now on its way back, but only to the one who believes. You must believe, child. Even when your bank account says otherwise, even when your surroundings disagree, you must believe that this life you're living is not the end of your story. Something massive is on its way. That's why the resistance has been so loud. That's why your mind has been under siege. But heaven is louder, and the message is clear, you were never forgotten. You were never average. You were never meant to be left behind. The reaction that shook the room when your photo was seen is now echoing across the spirit realm. The angels have taken note. The watchers are writing. The ones who tried to bury you are now trembling because they sense you waking up. Don't stop now. Move in silence. Pray like your life depends on it, because it does. Fast not just from food, but from gossip, from negativity, from the voices that drain you. Surround yourself with people who ignite your soul. Cut off what kills your clarity. This is not the time to be polite, this is the time to be powerful. And finally, when you rise, remember this moment. Remember this message. Because one day soon, you'll stand in a place of breakthrough, and your heart will whisper, I remember the night they showed my photo. I remember the silence. I remember the reaction. And now I see why God says, what was hidden is now being revealed. What was delayed is now being released. What was stolen is now returning. The chains are off. The watchers are weeping. The false ones are being exposed. Your time is now. Now go, and don't look back. They just showed your photo to a seer, and the reaction left everyone speechless. This message is for you, and I need you to open it with your heart. I need you to understand that something has been awakened in the heavens about you, a shift, a tremble, a rising ripple that crossed into the courts of angels. Someone whispered your name in a place they shouldn't have. Someone lit a candle and didn't realize that the flame would burn louder than they imagined. Someone dared to take what they did not understand and present it to eyes that see beyond time. And now heaven is in motion because of what was revealed. The seer didn't speak at first. When your photo was laid down before them, they didn't utter a word, not for a minute, not for 5. But the silence roared like thunder in that room. Their hands trembled. Their eyes widened. A breath caught in their throat as though something divine was breathing through them. They whispered your name with a voice that wasn't theirs. And then they said, this one has something sacred chasing them. But someone is trying to dim it. That's when it began. The people in that room felt it. One fell to their knees. One left the room and began to cry. The rest sat frozen, unable to move. You might not know what is surrounding your name right now. You may feel weary, unsure, confused about the timing of everything happening to you. But there's something greater unfolding. There is something on your life that the enemy cannot stand. There is something inside you that wakes up the anger of those who do not understand your light. And now that your image has been revealed to a higher realm, the spirit world cannot ignore you anymore. This message is for you, yes, you. Someone tried to expose your name to shame, but instead, they accidentally revealed you to glory. They thought they were cursing you, but they awakened something sacred over your path. God says this shift was not an accident. It was necessary because too long have you been hidden under the lies they told. Too long have you been asleep in the field, forgotten by those who were supposed to support you. Too long have you held back your power because others could not handle the weight of your truth. But this unveiling was divine. There's something they saw in your spirit that made them terrified. The seer did not see a curse, the seer saw a calling. They didn't see destruction, they saw divine protection. They didn't see someone lost, they saw someone preserved.